gymnastics.
Hi, it's me, Heather, and you can hear my helpers in the background. It's Friday, and we're doing class number 3 with our continuing education. So today, appropriately, since we're going into Thanksgiving, we're talking about weight control. So this should be fun, since we're going to all be stuffing our faces next Thursday. So class number 3 of 8. Last week we talked about daily vitality. The week before we talked about essential oil foundation. So now it's weight control.
What are you doing? What are you going?
And we're doing a class on weight control.
Mommy, what are you gonna call it?
I'm gonna call it weight control. So anyway, when we were talking about taking care of ourselves, people are familiar, at least back in my day, we had the food guide pyramid. Now it's set up differently, but we're looking at our health as a pyramid. So when you're talking about being healthy, you have to do a variety of things in order to be healthy. You need a solid foundation, and then the essential oils that we talk about will really help that foundation. So, but they're not going to be as effective, and they're not going to be as helpful if we don't do these things at the bottom. Eat right, exercise, rest and manage stress, reduce our toxic load, and then on the top side of that, so that's all our lifestyle. That's what we are in charge of: eating right, exercise, resting and managing our stress, and reducing our toxic load. Then at the top, that's where we would seek out healthcare. So that's where we're really informed on our body and what's going on. We do some self-care with the oils, and with massage, and with all those other holistic modalities. And then you can have proactive medical care. So these are kind of the ways that what we want to do to stay healthy. So proactive medical care would be, like going to get certain screenings and that type of thing. So we're going to talk about our foundation and our lifestyle today with the weight control. So first we're going to talk about eating right. So when you talk about eating right, a weight control meal plan, you can think about the need to eat at least 5, that's why this hand is there, 5 fresh fruits and vegetables a day. High water content, whole, fresh fruits and vegetables. When you're doing that, also kind of like a serving of those would be a handful, like a handful of grapes would be a serving, a handful of raspberries. If you got enough lettuce, pile of lettuce in your hands, that's going to be about a serving. For our meal plan, we're talking about complex carbs, whole grains, legumes, vegetable proteins, starchy fruits and vegetables. You want to have that serving be about the size of a fist. When we're talking about low-fat animal proteins, protein-rich nuts and seeds, you want that portion to be the size of the palm of your hand. These are things to remember as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving. Our portions are not going to be this size, but in a normal situation, you want to have these sizes when you're eating. And then when you're talking about simple sugars, dressings, spreads, desserts, the things that we're really not supposed to have, but they taste pretty good, you're talking about a thumb. You're talking about the size of your thumb. So if you're going to put some butter on your bread, about the size of a thumb. If you're going to use some sugar, about the size of your thumb. So small amounts when you're trying to control your weight. We're going to highlight some things that doTERRA has that can help with weight control. So one of these products is Terra Greens. So if you're not real good about getting your fruits and vegetables, this is something that you can supplement to kind of fill in the gap. It provides the body with essential nutrients, supports immune health, supports digestive health, supports weight management. It's got all natural ingredients. It's GMO and gluten-free and vegan friendly. So that's just a little brief blip on eating right. The other thing we want to do when we have a nice solid foundation is exercise. So there's lots of guidelines out there. I'm a personal trainer, as most of you probably know. So this is just going to be a very general, good guideline for most people. You want to try to get aerobic exercise at least 3 days a week for 45 minutes each time. Now this can vary. Sometimes I've told people you can get accumulated time, so you can take 45 minutes. I got a helper over there, jibber jabber as much as I am. So you got 45 minutes a day. You can do 15-minute walks if that's all you can get in. So you can do 15 minutes, let's say in the morning, 15 minutes at lunch, 15 minutes at the end of the day. You get accumulated time, so we're getting 45 minutes of accumulated time. That's good. You're going to burn the same amount of calories you would if you're working out for the 45 minutes. You might actually burn a little bit more, research says, because you're going to probably push yourself a little harder if all you have to do is 15 minutes. And when you exercise, when you do a cardiovascular aerobic exercise, your metabolism is higher for half an hour after you work out. So if you're splitting that up for 3 times a day, your metabolism is higher half an hour 3 times. So it's higher for an hour and 30 minutes rather than just 30 minutes. So if your excuse with exercise is you don't have the time, that's a poor excuse. So do little blips. If you have to do 15 minutes here or there and later, that's fine. The other thing you want to try to do is get some strength training in with some weights, because the more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn. For every pound of muscle, you burn an extra 35 calories. So, and this is like a general guideline. Strength training, 45 minutes per day, 3 days a week. Now that can vary. Some people choose to do different body parts different days and strength train, for 5 or 6 days a week. The big thing is you don't want to strength train and work the same muscle multiple, days in rows. You want to give yourself a little bit of break. So if you're going to work your chest on Monday, you don't want to work your chest on Tuesday. You want to skip and maybe do it on Wednesday or Thursday. So, but doing some good strength training is going to help your metabolism. It's going to help your bones. It's going to just keep you strong. It's going to help your posture. It's just going to be a good thing to do. The third type of exercise, because there's actually 3 types of exercise, the aerobic, the strength training, and the third type is flexibility. So flexibility, I would incorporate every time you do the aerobic and the strength training, but at least 15 minutes a day, every day, you want to stretch. Some people choose to do yoga, so you might choose to do a whole hour of stretching. That's great. It's best to stretch after you have done your aerobic exercise or your strength training exercise. Your muscle's warm and it's able to stretch further. I always think about licorice in the car. In a nice warm car, you're going to be able to stretch that licorice out versus just taking it straight out of the package or taking it out of the fridge. So you want to stretch at the end. You always want to do some type of warm-up with your aerobic and your strength training exercise, but it's probably going to be more of a moving warm-up. It's going to be a dynamic warm-up. So doTERRA does have some products to help support your exercise program, because when you exercise, a lot of people get sore muscles, sore joints. So they've got Deep Blue, several Deep Blue products. Deep Blue is amazing. I love it. They've got the essential oil. They've got the Deep Blue Touch, or the roller ball with Deep Blue, so you can put it on you that way. They've got the rub, which I use personally a lot in my massage room. And they've got the Deep Blue supplement, which we mentioned last week. That's really good to take internally. It's going to help your joints and your muscles. It's got some things besides some of the oils. It's got some turmeric in there and some other herbs that will help your muscles and joints. So it's kind of like if someone were taking ibuprofen on a regular basis, this would be another alternative that's not going to tear up your stomach.
Mommy, what are you going to call?
Now I'm going to talk about lemongrass. So lemongrass is also really good for exercise. I use this on myself a lot when I'm done working out. It's good for inflammation in the muscles and soreness and achiness. So what I'll do is put the lemongrass on and then follow it with a Deep Blue rub, especially if I'm doing like a spin cycle class. It's a really good idea. Lemongrass is just a great go-to for any kind of discomfort and pain. It's going to really help with any kind of swelling that you have, which comes from exercise. Let's say you turn an ankle or something like that, you got a little bit of fluid retention, it's going to help with that type of stuff. So lemongrass is a good one. So we talked about eating right and exercise. We're talking about weight control. It's also very, very important to rest and manage your stress and reduce your toxic load. So if you remember last week, we talked about the Daily Vitality Pack. We're going to talk a little bit more about that here when we're talking about reducing your toxic load. So here's the vitamins again. As you can see, the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's got your multivitamin, your omega-3, and your alpha-CRS. You also see the Terrazymes, which is going to be the digestive enzymes. The PB Assist is your probiotic. The GX Assist is what's going to help to clean out your intestines as part of the cleanse. A Zendocrine soft gel, a Zendocrine tablet, and Zendocrine oil is also a lot of times used in the cleanse. So that's going to help to support all your cleansing organs. So it's going to help to support your liver, your kidneys, your skin, your lungs, all that type of stuff, because that's going to be how you detox. Those are your organs that are going to help you clean the body. Lemon is also a really good daily detox to put in your water. And then DDR Prime is actually a blend that is the cellular complex blend. And you can take the soft gel. They also have a big 30 milliliter bottle of the DDR Prime.
What are you going to cook, Mommy?
I don't know, Xander. So this whole thing, this whole kit, you can purchase it. It's called the Cleanse and Restore Kit. People can also get that kit as a enrollment kit. And remember, this month, every enrollment kit is 20% off. So if you're not a member, or you know somebody that is not a member and they might want to become a member, they've got maybe some gut issues, maybe need to do just a nice cleanse. It's going to help, like I said, with general health, with weight control. It's going to help if you've got any kind of autoimmune issues, to just help just kind of start fresh with that gut. So the way the 30-day cleanse goes, here's the schedule. Day 1 to 10, you're going to take these things listed. So you're going to take the vitamins from the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Alpha CRS, the EO Omega, the multivitamin. You're going to do the Zendocrine soft gels, or I like to put Zendocrine in a capsule, a veggie cap, and take it that way, about 4 drops. The Terrazyme, the digestive enzyme, and also, because we're talking about weight control, you can add the Slim and Sassy in there. So the way that works with the vitamins, you're going to take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. So you'll take the Alpha CRS, the Omegas, and the multivitamin, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. We'll take the Zendocrine the same way, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. The Terrazyme enzymes you're going to take every time you eat, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the Slim and Sassy you can do throughout the day in your water. Some people choose to do it in a capsule. On day 11 through 20, you still take all those things that you were taking before, and now you're taking the GX Assist, and that is going to be a blend of oils that's going to help to kill any bad bacteria that's in your intestines. So it's going to help to just kind of clean everything up. There's some oregano in there, there's some thyme, there's some lemon, all good things to clean up and just get rid of some bad bacteria and all those kind of nasty things in your intestines. Then on day 21 through 30 on this 30-day cleanse, you're going to take all the vitamins, you're going to do the Zendocrine, you're going to do the enzymes, you're going to do the Slim and Sassy, and then you want to add in the PB Assist, the probiotic. Now in this case, because you're going through a cleanse, I would suggest you take the probiotic morning, noon, and night, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Normally, when you're just taking your vitamins on a daily basis, you would take 1 probiotic a day, unless you've got some digestive issues going on. But for the cleanse purposes, because you're really cleaning things out, the GX Assist, you're taking that morning, noon, and night. And I would do the same with the PD Assist. Just get it all cleansed out and then put a good, solid, good probiotic, good bacteria back in the gut, so that you can start with a nice clean slate. So we'll talk individually about some of these blends. The Slim and Sassy blend is a no-calorie, no sweetener, no preservatives. It's just essential oils. So here are some of the oils in there. You've got peppermint, ginger, lemon, grapefruit, and cinnamon. All of these together are going to help to curb your sugar cravings. It's going to help with your metabolism. It's just going to be a good blend for your metabolic state. That's why it's called the metabolic blend. Slim and Sassy, like I said, helps to promote healthy metabolism. It's going to help to curb your hunger cravings, calm your stomach, help purify and cleanse the body. You can get it in the essential oil, or you can actually get it in the soft gel. So if you don't like the taste of the oil, or you can put the oil in a veggie cap. You can add it to your water, take it in a capsule. Like I said, it can go directly on your tongue, or you can do 3 to 5 soft gels throughout the day. So it's up to you how you take the Slim and Sassy, but it does help with your metabolism. It does help to curb your hunger and your sugar cravings. So if you're trying to lose weight, and that's one of your goals, especially maybe after the holidays, you might want to consider Slim and Sassy as part of your plan, with your solid foundation of getting the right foods, exercising, and detoxing. They've also got a gum, which is very helpful because it's going to help your metabolism. It's got the oil in there too. It's going to help with hunger cravings. It's just got 1 drop of the Slim and Sassy in every piece. It's got a nice long-lasting flavor too. We also got trim shakes. So I just recently tried trim shakes. I have the orange cream flavor. They've also got chocolate vanilla. The interesting thing about the trim shakes is they help control your cortisol levels. They're low fat, they're low glycemic, so they don't have a whole lot of sugar in them. They're high in fiber, which is good because most of the time, one of the things that we lack in our diet is fiber. And there's nothing artificial in the trim shake. So the V shake is going to be like the trim shake, just vegetarian alternative. 100% plant sourced. It's going to have 7 grams of plant sourced protein. So they're getting the protein from the pea, the quinoa, and amaranth. And there's nothing artificial. The really great thing about the trim shakes and the V shakes is they're going to help your cortisol levels. And as you know, cortisol levels can really mess with your weight. So if you're stressed out all the time, it's going to make you hold weight, especially around your middle. So this Ascendra trim is actually a patented ashwagandha extract. That's going to be in all of the trim shakes and the V shake. It's going to help to control the cortisol levels, which triggers accumulation of fat around the stomach, like I said, the hips and your thighs. It's going to help to reduce your stress-induced appetite and carbohydrate cravings. So if you're a stress eater, this should help. That's also going to support your cellular energy production. Here's a nice little recipe. If you've got the chocolate trim shake, you can do 2 cups of peanut butter, 2.5 cups of the chocolate trim shake, 1 to 3/4 cups of the agave, which is a natural sweetener, and then 3.5 cups to 4 cups of the rolled oats. You mix all this together. You can heat it in the microwave for about 60 to 90 seconds. Add the powder, add the oats, mix, spread it in a pan, and refrigerate, and it's like a no-bake cookie. So, yummy. A no-bake cookie with all those good ingredients in it. So, something to try. Maybe you can try it and offer it as a option on Thanksgiving or on Christmas to your family and friends for the holidays. And as always, at the end of every class, so we talked about that foundation of eating right, exercise, managing your stress levels, detoxing. We're going to mention the Loyalty Rewards program. It's an optional program. Yep, we're mentioning it. Optional program. You can get money back every month. You can earn free products that way by saving up your points or your money. So I've talked about this in classes before, and I've got a nice talkative person beside me. So you can start at any time. You can stop at any time. You can earn 10% back in the first 1 to 3 months, and as you go on, you can earn up to 30% back after a year, after 13 plus months. This is also a way to get the free product of the month. You have to spend about $125 every month to get that free product. And it's just a really nice thing that doTERRA does if you're ordering every month. You don't have to order a certain amount. Your amount can be a On Guard toothpaste, which is like, I think maybe $6 to $8. So something to think about. And then as always, I've mentioned the if you're a share with the oils and you share your oils and you can make a little bit of money with doTERRA with a fast start bonus, the power of 3 team bonus, and the unilevel pay. Those are 3 ways you can get paid with doTERRA. If you share with somebody and they decide to be a member, you can get 20% of their first order actually for 60 days. So their first 2 if they order every month. And then if they enroll somebody, you can get 10% of that order. If they enroll somebody, you can get 5% of that. There's also these bonuses we talked about before, and then you'll get unilevel pay every month. So I won't go over this too much today because I've got a talker, and I went over it last week. So you can make a little bit of money and pay for your oils, and then some people intentionally decide to do this as a business, and if that's the case, you can actually earn quite a decent amount of money. You can kind of supplement your income with the silver income. The average income from 2014, which is 3 years ago, was about $2,125 a month. And then that ranges all the way up through the presidential diamond, where those people are making $106,800 a month on a monthly basis. So the potential's there to just pay for your oils, to make some supplemental income, or to really make a huge impact in your life and just change the way you live. So if you're interested to know more about that, reach out to me. I'll let you know tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Today's Friday. Tomorrow we're having a mentor meeting, so we'll do some of these business meetings periodically to talk more about how to do this. and what it all means, because it can be kind of overwhelming. But for now, we're going to say sayonara. Next week, we're going to talk about emotional health and mood management, which might be good right after Thanksgiving, and you spend some time with your family. So we'll see you next Friday, and until then, have a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for participating again.
What did you just say again?
I said thanks for participating again. Bye. Say bye, Xander. Say bye.
Bye, Santa.